Hello my dear friends, so welcome to G-Centric. In this lecture we will start with our next topic, that is hybrid parameter. So till now we have completed Z parameter, admittance parameter and ABCD parameter. So now this is the hybrid parameter. So this is also called as H parameter. Okay, in short form we will call it as H parameter. It is also an important concept for the GATE exam point of view. Now what do you mean by hybrid? Okay, the word hybrid. You have seen hybrid vegetables. Okay, so that is in terms of agriculture. If you have seen our first dolly, that is sheep, yeah, it was a hybrid. Okay, next coming to our electricity. Okay, in terms of electrical engineering, you have got something like you mix the energy with renewable energy sources, right? If you have renewable energy sources, okay, in this one also there will be hybrid. Okay, nowadays the research is going on this one, in which you can mix solar energy with wind energy, okay, ocean with tidal, okay, and now there is a new technology that is like you can call it as, I'll write here, floating solar panel. Okay, so this floating solar panel is nothing but the solar panels are placed on the sea water, okay, or the ocean water on the surface, and they are hinged to the bed of the ocean bed. Okay, so it's not so deep away from the shore. Okay, so just around 2 kilometers away from the shore this will be there. Okay, with this one we can mix tidal or ocean wave energy. Okay, you can mix this with floating solar panel. Okay, so advantage of this one is nothing but it will be having natural cooling effect. Okay, so it also, what does it do is it reduces the space on land. Okay, so that is the importance. You can, whenever you have time, you can just go through that floating solar panel. Okay, so now coming to our hybrid parameter, that we will call it as H parameter. Okay, so now we have got V1, I1, V2 and I2 as our characteristics, or sorry, not the characteristics, variables. Okay, here is V1, here is I1, this is V2 and I2. For Z parameter we had V1, V2, okay, and then we had for admittance I1, I2, and for ABCD we had V1 and I1 to our left hand side. So coming for this hybrid parameter, there will be slight confusion. Okay, so to make away that confusion, what we can do is, you have to go in this direction. Okay, so this we will call it as something like input. Okay, and then we will move in this direction and we'll call it as output. Okay, so first one, arrowhead, which is it's pointing to I2, so it should be downwards. It is moving from V1 to I2, so our dependent variables will be V1 and I2, okay, equal to this, we will fill it. Over here what we can write, the arrow is moving from I1 to V2, so here it will be I1 and V2. Okay, so in this one we can fill it as H11, H12, H21 and H22. So this is how you can remember this hybrid parameter formulas. Okay, so here V1 and I2, these are nothing but dependent variables. Okay, dependent variables, whereas I1 and I2 are independent variables. Okay, so now we can write the equations from this one. So what will be V1 equal to? It's nothing but H11 I1 plus H12 V2. So this is equation number 1. Next, coming to this one, I2 equal to H21 I1 plus H22 times V2. So this is equation number 2. So now we will draw the port of the H11 H parameter. That is nothing but, here we will be having this 2-port H network. Okay, so here you have H11, H12, H21 and H22. So here we can give the connection. This will be our plus minus V1. This is current I1. Here is current I2 and this is V2. Okay, so this is the 2 port for H1 parameter, right? So now this is 1 dash terminal. So this is 1 dash and this is 2 dash. Okay, so these are the two terminals. Now for each of the parameters we will take and analyze. So first we will put V2 equal to 0. So when you put V2 equal to 0, okay, what will happen? 2 dash terminal is short. Okay, so it will be equal to 0. So what parameters we will get from this first equation? H11, which is equal to V1 upon I1. Okay, so when V2 equal to 0. So we have already written here, so no need to write again. 2 dash as short. Okay, so what is this called as? It's voltage upon current. So it is impedance. What type of impedance? It is input driving impedance. Input driving impedance. Okay, next coming to second equation, when V2 equal to 0, we will get H21. So H21 is nothing but I2 upon I1. So what we can call this as? This is output upon input of the same parameter, that is current. So we can call it as current gain. Okay, what type of current gain it is? Forward current gain, because it's correct formula, output upon input. So you can call it as forward current gain. Okay, so this one was V2 equal to 0. So now we will make I1 equal to 0. So what does it mean, I1 equal to 0? It means 1 dash is open. 1 dash terminal is open. Okay, so now we will analyze this parameter from equation 1. I1 is 0. So what parameter we will get? H12. So H12 is nothing but V1 upon V2. So now if you see here, it is input upon output gain. So it is nothing but reverse voltage gain. Okay, next from equation 2, what will get? H22 parameter. So it is nothing but I2 upon V2. Okay, so current upon voltage, what will it give you? It gives you admittance. So it is output. Okay, since 2 and 2 is there, it is an output parameter representing output parameter. So you will get output driving admittance. Okay, so these are the 4 parameters. When you analyze, you will get this one. Okay, so coming to this synthesis diagram. Okay, so from the equations, we can draw the synthesis diagram. I'll draw over here. So here it will be, okay, so here you'll get H11. Okay, so then we have got here dependent, this is plus minus V1, here is current I1. So this one represent H1 to V2. So this is plus minus H1 to V2. So basically for this first equation we are writing KVL, and for the second equation we will use KCL. Okay, so coming over here, you will get here something like this. Okay, for the KCL, right? So here it is V2, the current is I2. So this parameter will be H22, okay, and this will be nothing but current H12, H21, I1. Okay, this is the synthesis diagram. Okay, you can write here as synthesis diagram for the H parameter. Next, coming to the reciprocity. Okay, what does our reciprocity say? So reciprocity and symmetricity is important for gate point of view. They will ask in 1 mark objective question. So reciprocity is nothing but, it says H21 equal to minus H12. Okay, coming to symmetricity for the H parameter, we will get H11, H22 minus H12, H21 equal to 1. So this is the symmetricity for the hybrid parameter. Okay, so now what we can summarize? This is the important factor in the hybrid parameter. So if you are able to remember this one, it is easy to write the equation based on this, and then we can draw synthesis diagram, reciprocity and symmetricity. ABCD parameter does not have synthesis diagram. So now why this is called hybrid in this case is because, see here you have got impedance, you have got current gain, you have got voltage gain, and you have got admittance. So it is all the mixture of whatever first we have learned in the first 3 parameters. Okay, so now this is the about the hybrid parameter. We will switch to the GATE questions. Okay, so coming to question number 222, it was asked in GATE 2005 in electronics branch. So nothing but the question is very easy. We have to find H parameter. Okay, so to find the H parameter, now if you observe the circuit, you will get a T-shaped network, right? So you have got 10 ohm, 20 ohm, but here the impedance is absent or the resistance value is absent. So here it is nothing but 0 ohm. Okay, so now what we can do is, in this case, from Z parameter, we will go to the hybrid parameter. Okay, similarly what we have done with the ABCD parameter. From Z we went to ABCD. Here also we will do the same. So now coming to the Z parameter, how do you form it? Okay, so for the Z parameter, you will get, okay, this is a matrix. Z11, you will add 10 plus 20, okay, that is 30, right? And for Z12, it is 20, which will be also equal to Z21, and Z22 is 20 plus 0 ohms. Okay, so this is the Z parameter, you get it. Okay, so this answer is here. Immediately you can eliminate this one, okay, because it is the equation of the Z parameter. So now writing the equations, we will get V1 equal to 30I1 plus 20I2. Okay, so let us call this as equation 1. V2 is equal to 20 times I1 plus 20 times I2. So this is equation number 2. So what does our H parameter say? Okay, so how do you write? V1, I1, V2, I2. So you will go in this direction, right? So V1, I2 equal to, here you have H parameter times, okay, so you will get I1, V2, right? So this is how you will write it. Now equations for this one is, okay, I will write over here only on the top. V1 is nothing but equal to H11 I1 plus H12 V2. Next we can take it here as I2, H21 I1 plus H22 V2. Okay, so I will rub this equation. It's not required now. This is equation number 3 and this is equation number 4. Now observe equation number 2. Okay, you have got V2, I1, I2. Okay, here also you have got I1, I2 and V2, right? So we can rearrange this equation 2 and compare it with the equation number 4. So when I rearrange this one, I want in terms of I2. So what I can write here is, I2 is nothing but V2 minus 20I1 upon 20, right? Okay, so now if I arrange this according to this one, okay, here I will write it. I2 is equal to, I1 should come over here, so it is minus 1 times I1 plus 1 by 20 times V2, right? So this is equation number 5. Now what I will do, compare equation 4 with 5. 4 with 5. So what parameters you will get? When you compare, this is H21 parameter, which is equal to minus 1. Similarly, next H22 you will get, okay, so H22 when you compare, it's 1 over 20, nothing but 0.05. So now when we have got these two parameters, check over here. So first it should be minus 1 and we have in the option D. So this is the right answer. With only this equation we can find the answer for this question. But since we are solving it, we will solve fully, we will see what we will get H11 and H12 also. Okay, so now we do not want in this first equation, if you see, okay, what are all required here? V1, I1, V2. V1, I1, so this I2 is not required. So what we can do here is, I2 we have already found out here, right? So we have this value as I2, okay. So in simplified manner, I can write it here as 0.05 V2, right? So this equation I'll put in first one, okay, put 5 in 1. Okay, so when I do that one, V1 equal to 30 times I1 plus 20 times I2 is minus I1. Okay, I'll take it as 1 by 20 only. So this is 1 by 20 times V2. Okay, So I'll rearrange this one. 30 I1 minus 20 I1 plus 1 over 20 V2, right? So this will be 10 I1, V1 equal to 10 I1 plus 0.05 V2. So we also want this equation same, V1 I1 V2, V1 I1 and V2. So now from here we get H11 equal to 10, H12 is equal to 0.05. Okay, so we see the answer is same. Sorry, this one will be into 20, right? 20 gets cancelled, so it will be 1. Okay, so we got the answer for D. Next we will solve one more questions and we will end up the hybrid parameter. Okay, so coming to question number 223, which was asked in GATE 2018 electrical branch. So in this question we have to find in the two-port network shown the H11 parameter when V2 equal to 0 in ohms is. Okay, so they have already given the H11 is given nothing but V1 upon I1 when V2 equal to 0. So what does it mean when V2 equal to 0? It is nothing but the V2 terminal is short. Okay, the V2 terminal is short circuited. Now I want to know the current in this one, right? So suppose if we assume the current is flowing in this direction, okay, so this will be plus and minus. 2I1 plus I2, apply KCL in this one at this point node, right? Now this much current should leave. Okay, so this is in this way. Okay, I'll just redraw it. Okay, so this is attached to this one. Okay. Okay, so here it is. The current is coming from here. I1 is here, right? 2I1 is outgoing. So let us assume that the current in 1 ohm resistor here is I3 and this is node A. So we will apply KCL at A. Okay, so what are all the incoming currents? I1 plus 2I1 plus I2. Okay, so this is I3 plus 2I1 is outgoing, right? So what will be our I3 equal to? So this and this get cancelled. I3 is nothing but I1 plus I2. So current flowing in this one is I1 plus I2. Okay, so from here now we have got two methods to solve. One, we can use source transformation or we can go with our traditional method, right? The traditional method is applying KVL in this loop 1 and applying KVL is loop 2. Ultimately what we have to get V1 and I1 ratio to find the H11 parameter. Okay, so now we will go with our traditional method, which is the best thing to do. Okay, so applying KVL in loop 1. Okay, what we will get? Plus V1 minus I1, then minus I1 minus I2 equal to 0. So V1 is equal to 2I1 plus I2. So I will take this as equation number 1. Next, in loop 2 I will apply KVL. Okay, in loop 2 when we apply KVL, V2 is 0. So 0 minus 2I1 minus I2 minus I1 minus I2 equal to 0, right? Minus and I can take it as common. 3I1 plus 2I2 equal to 0, right? Next, in this equation what I need V1 and I1. I do not want I2. So I will equate this equation in terms of I2 so that I can put in this equation 1. Okay, so I2 will be equal to minus 3 by 2, right, when it goes over 3 by 2 times of I1. Okay, so this is equation 2. What I will do now is put 2 in 1. Okay, equation 2 in 1. What will I get? V1 equal to 2 times of I1 plus I2 is minus 3 by 2 times of I1, right? Okay, so 2I1, 2 to 4, it will be 1 over 2 I1. Okay, so V1 upon I1 you will get this as 0.5 ohms. Okay, so this is the required H11 parameter when V2 equal to 0. Okay, so this is about the hybrid parameter. We will end this one for the hybrid parameter. Enough, this much of the questions, 2 questions that we have solved will cover everything. So in the next lecture we will see inverse H parameter, which is not so important. Okay, and also inverse ABCD parameters. Okay, thank you.